Hi parents, my name is Kelly Roberts, and since we do not have a mid-year back to school night, I wanted to give you some information about the class your child will be taking this semester. This is an advanced video production class, which means I have had the privilege of already teaching your child in the last couple of years. So a little bit about me. This is my 21st year teaching. I'm kind of an old veteran here. I've done 14 years science. I did 3 years as a mentor to first year teachers in the district, so I was out of the building for a few years. And then I've done 4 years multimedia. This is my third year in a row. I did it a while back in between teaching science and mentoring. So it's always been a huge passion of mine. Even when I was teaching science, I did a lot of video production clubs and a lot of multimedia things with kids in class. So class goals this semester is we're really looking at these big questions like what is required to produce a media art project that conveys purpose, meaning, and artistic quality. Really, we want to create work with a purpose. How does combining multiple forms of media impact the effectiveness of communicating a message? So we're looking at how we look at music and different types of audio and images and film and how we mix all these together to best communicate a specific message. And then how do media artists use various tools and techniques to create media art? And this is really focusing on the software and the hardware like the cameras, tripods, things that we use. Now, we're going to do this through a variety of projects. It's definitely a project-based class, and the projects are anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks long, depending on the complexity. And so the first project that we're going to be doing is the alphabet project. This is just an opening mini project where students create a film representing the alphabet. It focuses on collaborative groups, camera use, shot composition, and re-familiarizing themselves with the iMovie software, which is updated every year, so it always looks a little different. So it's just kind of get kids back into using that. Then we move into a silent movie, and this focuses on the introduction of a variety of camera shots and angles. Now, they've been introduced in the 7th grade to the basics of this. Now we get into much more advanced type shots. Also, they'll apply storytelling elements along with music and dramatic acting to best enhance emotion and meaning of a scene. Then we move into the music video, which is one of their favorite projects of the entire semester. Again, we focus on storytelling, use of camera shots and angles. We start adding a lot of special effects. It allows kids to get really creative. And so we start doing green screen special effects, learning different types of cuts and how that adds visually to a film. Then we're going to move into a documentary project, probably the most challenging project of the entire quarter, but also one of the most meaningful. This is where students will learn the components and different filming techniques that go into making an effective documentary. They will create a documentary with a focus either being on the role of technology in their education, their life in middle school, a little thing called Through the Locker Door, which focuses on inclusivity within our school, or making an impact by giving back. So they get a choice to create a documentary around these topics. And then we move into the Karmaceutical, which is a really fun project for the kids. One of the goals of this class is to teach responsible artistry, and which is using our multimedia tools we have available to create projects that can enhance the lives of others. So our goal for this project is to really inspire, uplift, encourage, entertain, and empower others with their work, and really to make people laugh. We'll be doing what's called a promercial campaign, turning 11 good attributes like humor, caring, responsibility into these spoof pharmaceutical commercials. So they're going to be working on some satire. And then also within this semester class, we do some school-based videos. I send out a video request form to the staff so they can request videos for clubs, activities, classes. And so the students basically will get clients. They interview them before creating the needed video. And the goal is to create videos for a larger audience that serves a purpose within the school. And so I already have piles of these video request forms from counselors and teachers who are ready to have movies made. And just a few things about the class, really material-wise, all they need for this class is something to write with each day. Schoology, all handouts, notes, links, warm-ups are available on Schoology each day. If a kid is absent, it's their responsibility to check what he or she missed and then come and check in with me. With this class, because it's so based on the software in the classroom and teams that they're working in, they really just need to check with me to see what they need to get caught up. If it's notes, warm-ups, that they can do at home, but project stuff they may have to come in before school, after school, or during their Aspire time to get caught up if it's for an extended period of time. The grading, 60% of the grade is the projects, which will be presented in an electronic portfolio through Google Presentations. The other 40% comes from quizzes, warm-ups, and participation grade. Behavior, I don't worry about this advanced class. They've all had me. I know they're fantastic, but respect and ownership is all I ask. They're working with really expensive equipment, and outside of the classroom, they must be responsible, respectful, and on task. It's a privilege to film, not a given in this class, but they know that. And then at the end of the year, around May, we're going to be having a campus film festival in the evening. And I'll be picking kind of the top movies to be a part of that film festival. So we're hoping to get these amazing projects out to a bigger audience. So I'm really looking forward to working with your students this semester. The best way to reach me is through email, and I'm just kroberts@cherrycreekschools.org, no number or anything. And so you're welcome to contact me if you need anything. And so hopefully your students will have an incredible semester. Thanks.